Hello and welcome to the very first Jazwares FNAF video. So, very excited. Today I am reviewing the Nightmarionne plush from Jazwares. Now this is a Hot Topic and Box Lunch exclusive. It's out right now. Anyways, this is one of two Nightmarionne plushes, with the other one being the Hex Nightmarionne, which is fantastic. I'm going to talk about it right now because I'm never going to get a chance to. Well, I might. But anyways, really good plush. I like that one. It's got wire in it. It's got light up eyes. Very cool, very cool. But that is not why we're here. Because we're here to talk about one of 3 known exclusives for the first wave of the Jazwares line. Now I do say 3 because there is also like the Shadow Freddy figure, which isn't out yet. And then, surprisingly, out of nowhere, there's a GameStop exclusive Golden Freddy Squishmallow, which I believe is also out right now. I don't know when I'm gonna get my hands on that. I don't know how soon. I'd say just, get ahead, fucking jump in. Which, yeah, I'm gonna be cussing now. YouTube stuff, whatever. This guy is a beast. There's gonna be a lot of comparing in this video with the Funko Puppet plush, because that's like the closest thing we have to a Nightmarionne plush of this size. And then, comparing the Hex plush wouldn't do much good because they're just so drastically different. So first off, do a bit of a turnaround. As you can see, very, very chunky. He's a wide fella. I think all the Jazwares plushies are. Not much going on back here. And then, of course, you do have like all the little straps or whatever. You got the ribs down there. I'm not sure how well they show up. I guess starting off, we'll start off with the tag, which is the new plushies. I believe this is just using a stock render. Very, very sweet, very cool, blah, blah, blah. Got the logo, as well as the little Nightmarionne tag down there, as well as the Jazwares logo. Ooh, on the back, Jazwares logo, blah, 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 legal stuff, not very cool. Surprisingly, does not have a Hot Topic, no Hot Topic or Box Lunch logo down there. I know just about all of Funko's had that, so kind of surprising. Might add them later on because it seems to be a pretty last minute addition to the wave, so I don't know. So I'm gonna go over what I like about it and what I dislike about it, because review, gotta give my honest opinions, can't be too biased. What I do like is, well, what I normally would like is the price. Now, I believe all the Jazwares plushies are going to be about $13-ish, I think. On the Hot Topic website, I think they're like $22, which is just insane. It's almost like 2 times the price, which I'm not going to get into here, but anyways, getting on to the actual plushie himself. I like that he exists. I would just throw that out there. I like the little rings around his arms. He doesn't really have fingers, so they couldn't do the rings around the fingers. I know that he doesn't really have rings around his arms, but blah blah blah. This is the best you're gonna get when translating Nightmarionne. Or just plushies like these. I like that the ribs are down here. They're really hard to see, but they are there. They're probably more noticeable in person, but they are here. I think he has beans on the bottom, so he sits better. I think sitting down, the first time I did, he ended up toppling over, which was funny. A lot of nice embroidered details, on the teeth, on the little lipstick, the eyes, the actual eyes themselves, which do glow. I'll get into it, but I have seen photos of the Wave 1 plushies glowing, and they look magnificent. And then as well as the little tear streaks. It's just a pretty good translation of the Nightmarionne plushies from Help Wanted 2, and Security Breach, as well as Ruin. I think those are the games that they come from. Which, yeah, this is not a translation of Nightmarionne, but rather of the plushies of Nightmarionne, which you'll see everywhere in Security Breach. Don't know what their deal is, maybe connected to the Mimic, I don't know. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to talk about plushies. Now, he's back. I didn't take him. Fun transition. What I do not like, which there isn't as much that I don't like, but starting off, which I'm gonna bring out the puppet here, which real quick, just for scale reference, a little shorter than the puppet. But what I don't like is the head. I don't know. It just kind of squishes into the body, and it makes it look like really goofy almost. Like maybe if it was a little bigger, angled down like this, and a little off the neck, so it actually like came off the neck like right here-ish, it'd be better. Just like, because that's something they did on the puppet. Ignore the stuff over there. That's something they did on the puppet that I really liked. But here, I don't know. It's the same problem with the puppet plush of theirs, but just makes him look really goofy. I don't know if they'll do like a second version of him, but if they do, that's like one thing that I'd really like to be changed, because it just, I don't know, it looks goofy. It looks like a goofy little critter, man. He's got like a little chud chin, but looks like Fat Tito. But no. Aside the point, I just wish they did that. I don't know. It looked better. It looked better. And now I'm gonna go charge him up, and we're gonna see what he looks like glowing, which I have very high hopes here. Like, all the glowing has looked amazing on the rest of the plushies, so I'm hoping it translates well. Okay, so it is a bit hard to see, just because of how dark it is here right now, but it does glow pretty well. I think it glows better in person. I had it probably charging for a good 5 minutes. I think it's kind of dying out now, but that's just because I was using my phone flashlight, so... But it does glow pretty well. At least it did glow pretty well for the time that I actually had it glowing. But yeah, pretty solid. I think it'll probably be better on the actual like fabrics though. These are just embroidered, so I guess it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't hold nearly as much charge as like actual fabric. But it glows pretty well. I can't really like blame her or anything. So, pretty good. And with that, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about. Pretty solid plush, pretty solid adaptation of the plush from Security Breach. Although I do think that they did miss out on doing like his little like, I don't know, finger tentacles. I wish those were there. Like that's like that, and probably the like neck or whatever head shape are like the two things I change. Other than that, pretty good. Bit of a shorter video because I'm just talking about one thing. A lot of times I talk about like 4 or 5 things in a video, which I will be again in October, when stuff starts releasing more like widespread and the prices are kind of cut down, because I have been getting these third party, which for reasons I'm not going to talk about in this video because that's not what I'm here to do. Just do your own research. Anyways, when the prices kind of die down, I'll probably start getting more of it at like as soon as I can, because I do want to be like there just about like day one, covering all the new stuff, because I'm excited. I think it's all gonna be pretty solid. I think the line is supposed to run from 25 to 2028, and then that's when it's up for like decision if it's gonna be renewed or something. I figured at this rate it probably will. Line's shaping up to be pretty good. But that's it. Stay rad. I'm red. Have a great day.